What's up, you guys? Sorry about the time situation. I was actually on hold and I was trying to hopefully try to get this taken care of because I knew by the time I got off the live, the offices would be closed. I'm trying to, y'all know I'm going on a cruise in August and I was trying to, the price of the cruise has dropped and I was told to call to try to get a credit or upgrade. But the word must be out because there was a 90-minute wait. And I was like, oh, they can't really mean an hour and a half. So I'm waiting. But anyway, sorry, you guys. So let's get into it. The Real Housewives of Dubai. New show alert. We are here for the Real Housewives of Dubai. It looks like it's a little dark. Get my light straight. But we are here. It is season 2. Now, listen. I want us to remember something about this. And thank you, Danny, for texting me to remind me because the time did get away from me, you guys. My bad. So, hey, everybody coming in. So, this is season 2. It looks like everybody is back except for that one lady whose name I don't remember. But she was the one who was moving into the new house. She had the husband that was a businessman. And she was, they were originally, I think she's originally from somewhere in the Middle East, but had moved to the United States. Denny, did you get a chance to send that cup yet? Just let me know if you sent it already. I have boxes here that I haven't opened. So if you already sent it, my bad, I'll look for it. But I have a bunch of stuff that I've ordered for the trip and I just haven't. I've just, so. But let me know if you sent the cup. Okay. So we're back for season 2. So again, there's only one new player. And okay, no problem. Her name is Talene. And we find out that she's a friend of Brooks, Carolyn Brooks. They've been friends since they've moved to Dubai. She said that was her first friend, American friend that she found in Dubai. So they're really, really close. Everybody else is pretty much more, they nothing groundbreaking is going on. Stansberry has not moved into her new home yet. She's officially been married a year. Her husband is still wanting that baby and she is not here for it. She said, listen, I did go through the IVF and I extracted, some embryos, but I'm in no rush to do anything with them. But girl, you need to hurry up and do something with them. Unless y'all are going to have a surrogate and somebody else is going to carry that baby, which I think her husband was against that, or his family was against that, or something like that. I remember from last season. Lisa is still Lisa Child. She says she's rebranding her business. She's trying to do some new things and relaunch. See, whenever I hear rebranding, if you guys remember last season, Stansberry really came down hard on Lisa, right? Said that she stole her design, said that her business wasn't all of it that she was making it out to be. Like it wasn't as, hold on, y'all. This light is getting on my nerves. I don't know. She said that, remember and even they showed some clips from the reunion where it was like it got really nasty between the two of them as far as the accusations back and forth. So when I hear her saying she is rebranding, in my mind, I hear, oh, so Stansberry was right? Because why are you rebranding if it was working, if things were so great? Like you literally just had a whole fashion show last season and everything was supposed to be so good last season. Why are we what are we rebranding? Now I understand that in business should constantly be moving and evolving and change. I get that. But girl, you sell maternity clothes. And don't get me wrong, you sell, I guess nice high-end maternity clothes, but what you rebranding? Like it just seems to me like you should maybe coming out with new collections. But it just makes me wonder if Stansberry was onto something or she hit a nerve or something. So anyway, she's rebranding. We find out Anon is doing the same thing, child, being her same annoying. I just think she does too much. I think she tries too hard to be different, to be out of the box. I think it looks like, last season when she went down to the market in that like couture dress, it just seems like now she's going out of her way to just do that as much as she can and just be different as much as she can. Like, girl, you wore stiletto stiletto heels to the beach. Girl, what did you like? Where did you think? And it was, I mean, y'all know they have these man-made beaches in Dubai. So you knew there was gonna be sand there. Girl, what you damn near broke, she damn near broke her ankles. You know what I mean? And I love you said her brand is strong considering she's had celebs in her clothes. Just because you have celebrity endorsement does not mean the brand is strong. I just feel like, and again, I could be wrong, but when I heard her saying she was rebranding, and it just sounds to me like maybe Stansberry hit a nerve. You know what I mean? What? Me and Phil agree on something, y'all. Anon is too much. Yeah, I just think she tries so hard to be different. But anyway, the first scene, and I love how Lisa called her out, because the first scene we see is the two of them together, and they're playing a game called paddle. It looks very much like pickleball to me. I mean, I would be very interested to hear what the difference is between pickleball and paddle, because it looked very similar to pickleball. But she said that's the big thing over in Dubai, and she plays it. And she said the only reason why Anon wanted to come and play it with her is because that's when she spends time with her other friends, and Anon was getting jealous. So that's what she said. Hold on, y'all. Give me a second. Hold on. Am I on both channels? Shoot. I hope I am. Oh, shoot. Yeah, I'm on both channels. Hold on. Am I on both channels? Yeah, I am. Okay. I'm on both channels. Let me put the link so that people want to chat freely. If you're not a member on my main channel, you can always chat freely. Go over to our sister channel. Let me put that link in the chat. My apologies, you guys. My apologies. You put that link in the chat. Okay. Okay. Sorry about that. So there it is right there. So I loved how Lisa told her, girl, you know it is too hot for that jacket and them gloves, because once again, Anon tried to show up and be extra and do all of the extraness. And I love how she called her out. Okay, I love how she called her out. So they played paddleball, and then of course they had to have smoothies and they had to talk. And we found out that everybody went to the Beyonce show that we all heard so much about, Down to Dubai, where Beyonce allegedly got paid this ridiculous amount of money to do this concert at the opening of this new hotel. It's like the Atlantis something. And all of them were there except for Sarah, who acted like she was way too important to go. When the production asked her, did she go? She was like, no, go no mess like that. Where I think Anon tries too hard to be different, I think Sarah tries too hard to be righteous, right? I think she really tries to put this air out there that she's so righteous and she's doing this whole spiritual healing thing. We're going to get to her in a second. Everybody also today is my mama. Well, happy birthday, mama. Congratulations. Happy birthday, mama. All right. Excuse me. So yeah, so that is what we have. They were talking about how they got upgraded. They said, first of all, that ticket, they were like, money couldn't even buy that ticket, which I could definitely understand, because it seemed like it was an event where, I mean, in a place like Dubai where there's so many people that has money, I'm sure that was a ticket that was like an invite only situation where even if you had the money, you couldn't go, you know. Then come to find out, Lisa and Anon got upgraded to the VVIP, right? The VVIP, which translated to they were in a private area where they was like Beyonce's mom was there and Jay-Z was there, and like the Jenners or whatever. So that was absolutely, if Beyonce mama was there and Jay-Z was there, then you absolutely were in the VVIP. And what I find funny was when they were like, when Brooks and Stansberry were like, whatever, we were right there and the water hit us and I could smell Beyonce's conditioner. Girl, yeah, you probably had really good seats at the concert. But one thing we know about VIP, if you've ever been in a VIP situation, or like, that's like when you go to a concert and the people who are in the luxury suites, right? Yes, they're not courtside or they're not in the front row of the concert, but they are in a, luxury suite situation, and they have access to celebrities and they have access. So yes, your proximity might have been further away from Beyonce during the concert, but your proximity was closer to Beyonce after the concert. If you was partying with mama and husband, okay, you were definitely in the right place. And I'm gonna be honest, I would have been a little, I ain't gonna lie, it would have been a little healthy jealousy. Like, I don't think all jealousy is bad. Like, it's okay to be like, damn, I wish I was there. Girl, it's nothing wrong with feeling that way. What becomes the issue is when you use it in a way that becomes unhealthy. You allow it to eat at you and manifest, right? Caroline, the black one, spa, did the makeup and the facials for Beyonce's dancers. Dang, and she ain't get upgraded? Oh, well, okay, girl. Maybe that's how she got her front row seat. Because she said she was on the front row. She was, and they showed footage. They were on the front, like right there where the water was. If you remember the concert, all that water was right there. They were right there where the water was, child. But anyway, so they talked about that. And then we found out that Anon is going to meet up with Stansberry so they can sort of talk and try to get on the good foot this season, right? Try to be in a good space and get on the good foot this season. Then we see Stansberry with her husband. We visit their new house, which is not done yet. It's a year later. She said that, baby, while she said that getting a mortgage in Dubai, she was like, she had to actually get a physical, like a full physical workup where she had to do the treadmill and she had to have tests and stuff. And I mean, I'm wondering if I wonder what that's about. Like, I'm wondering if that's like, are you in good enough health for us to give you a 30-year mortgage so we don't have to deal with like any type of inheritance and who's going to own it, and we're not going to have any abandoned property or anything. Like, I'm wondering what the deal is with that. Like, why you got to do all that to get a mortgage? And it also sounds like that mortgage might be in her name and not her and her husband's name, even though he's younger. So maybe he didn't have to go through all the jumps and hoops. You know what I mean? Exactly, Danny. When it becomes envious and coveting what somebody else has, absolutely. But yeah, she said that the construction of the house has just been held up with permits and all of the different things she had to do. And my thing is, I know that we give Stansberry a hard time, but she really isn't that old. Like, Stansberry is not that damn old. I was just like, it's so interesting. But anyway, so child, their house ain't done yet. Right now, they living with a friend of hers, where they thought it was only going to be 2 weeks, but it's been 12 weeks. And when they went and visited the house, it looked like parts of the house is done, but it's definitely not ready for them to move in. But I feel like it could be ready, like maybe in another couple of weeks. I feel like while they're filming this season, she'll move in her house. It looked like it was more cosmetic stuff than foundational. Like, the pool was done. Certain rooms were done, but like they were still doing wallpaper. They were still putting down marble flooring. She said that the chandeliers weren't in yet, but she said she's going to do that last. So it's just interesting. It was just interesting. So yeah, we have that. Then we go over to Caroline Brooks' establishment, the Glass House, which she was opening up last season. It is fully open and functional. She has customers in there. Her husband helped do a lot of the work, or her ex-husband, excuse me. He helped do a lot of the work. She said they are in a much better place, because their marriage was the way it ended was really harsh. We saw last season where she had a heart-to-heart with him, and he apologized for some things. He said he's trying to be a better person, and they definitely look like they are in a good space. Not in a get back together kind of space, but definitely in a we can work together kind of space. And if it weren't for him and his connections, child, that thing wouldn't be open. So I'm sure she's making nice with him because of the help he's giving her. But shouts out to her for having the only Black-owned spa in Dubai. Shouts out to her for having the connections. I mean, even though Beyonce didn't go there, we know Beyonce got her own people that she flew over. But the fact that Beyonce's dancers utilized her facility definitely lets you know that she's connected with the right people, right? Now, I do want to say something. And this is going to be mean. So before y'all say, really be that was mean, I'm telling you now what I'm getting ready to say is mean. And I normally don't get into aesthetics because, you know, I try not to. But, ma'am, excuse me, Brooks, part of the reason why it is so important that you are a Black-owned salon in Dubai is so that women of color can go somewhere and be serviced for their hair. Whether your hair is natural, whether you want to get it braided, whether you want to weave, whatever, a good wig install, whatever. I need to understand why your wig looked the worst the whole episode. And I get it, it's hot. So like wig glue was probably melting. I understand. But we didn't have that problem with Lisa. Like whoever is doing Lisa's wigs, weaves, I need you to slide that number to Caroline Brooks. Because in that first scene, when she was at the salon, was probably her best moment. And that's probably because the lighting was bad. But when we saw her meet with her friend later on in this episode, we're going to get to that in a second, you could clearly see the glue. And when they went out to the beach and her hair was in that ponytail, we could clearly see the glue. And it was bad. Is it me? But Carolyn isn't a stylist. She owns the salon. She's not doing nobody's hair. She is not doing nobody's hair. She owns the salon. That's a difference. Yeah, I mean, and again, y'all, I really try not to get into the aesthetics unless the aesthetics slap me in the face. This was slapping me in the face. Because again, that is one of the conversations we had last season about being happy that she was opening up this salon so that women of color who live in Dubai would be able to get services. And I'm just not understanding why you're not utilizing them services. Chuck said, when do you get to the main bar? Well, I felt like that was mean because, you know, I be trying not to go there, y'all. I be really trying not to go there. But anyway, with that being said, so that was that. Maybe she likes her hair KK. I don't know what KK means. Lisa probably comes to Miami to get her hair done. She probably does. Or fly somebody in, child. Because Lisa hair be together. Now, I didn't like her style at the reunion, but again, there's a difference between me saying, okay, I don't like the style versus I literally can see the glue melting on your forehead. Like, I'm just saying. Brooks did have a good wig in her confessional with the blue dress. Okay. Angie said the hair was struggling. Okay, so it wasn't just me. All right, moving on. So that was me. That was barely being shady. Okay, well, I just be trying not to talk about these people hair like that. I mean, y'all know when it's in my face, I speak on it. Like Teresa in them lips. Teresa Giudice in them lips. I need her to stop. Like I really need Teresa to stop with the lips. I do. I need now I ain't mad at Teresa's body yaddy for having 4 girls literally back to back to back. She had them 4 girls and she snapped back every time, whether she had a little bit of help or not. That's fine. I don't care. You know, We know we saw her get the girls done. She got them done while they were on the show. I'm sure over the years she's had some tweaks and twerks done to the girls. But those lips are too much, Teresa. Please stop. Please and thank you. Just stop. Stop with the lips. These white women and these lips be doing too much. Well, listen, y'all done made me go left. Let me get back here. All right. So let me go to my notes because I don't even remember what happened. Now y'all done got me talking. All right, hold on. So then we see Sarah, and we see that Sarah is on a spiritual healing. Okay. Again, I don't want to question nobody's healing. I don't want to question nobody's spiritual healing. I don't want to question how nobody get from A to Z the best way they know how. I promise you, I don't. I don't want to question that. But is it me or this dude that's supposed to be helping Sarah get to her spiritual journey? Was he being real goofy and like not being serious? And like, I mean, I'm sorry. That's like, for me, that's like if I'm going to my pastor for counseling and he's clowning the whole time. I'm going to feel some kind of way. I'm not going to take it seriously, and I'm going to be upset that you didn't take it seriously. If I'm coming to you because I'm really trying to heal and you're just like making these jokes the whole time, like the whole time they were going through this and she was talking about wanting to find a father and a helpmate and wanting to purge old relationships and cut those ties. Like, I was here for all of the spiritual of it. Like, I don't care about none of that. But the dude that she was talking to, it was so cringy. Like, he was like, yeah, okay, dude. Like, I'm sorry, why are we making fun? Why are we joking? Like, I'm serious. Like, this is a serious situation right here. Child, that ain't me, Citizen Jane. That's YouTube. Let me tell you something. YouTube ain't loving me right now. When I tell y'all that every single video that I have done for the last week, every time I've gone live, for the exception of maybe one video, one or two videos, every single time I have gone live, YouTube has not monetized my video. And I'm like, I don't know what is going on. It's not me, it's YouTube, because I'm not saying nothing different than I normally say. I'm not covering, like the video I just did is yellow. So for people who don't do YouTube, your video could be yellow, red, green, yellow, red, like a stoplight. Green means it's, fully monetized. Yellow means that it's on limited ad space, but you can ask for a manual review. Now, 90% of the time, 90 to 95% of the time, when you do a manual review, then they'll usually turn it green. But that takes them anywhere from 24 to 48 hours. Well, by that time, the majority of my views are gone. Like, for a YouTuber like me, most of my views come within the first 24 to 48 hours of when I do a video. So you might as well say the video ain't monetized. You know what I mean? Because I'm not making any money off of it. And I'm just not figuring, I don't know what's going on with YouTube. I mean, even my Real Housewives of New Jersey review. Now, what in the world did I say or do in my Real Housewives of New Jersey review that would make them be like, oh no, this isn't suitable for kids? I mean, not suitable, this isn't suitable. And I was like, YouTube is really playing. I had to call some of my other friends that do YouTube, like, is YouTube playing with you too? So I don't know what is going on. But yeah, like literally the video I just did right before I went live, same thing. My video from last night, the Real Housewives of New Jersey, my Love and Marriage Huntsville video. I'm trying to think of what else. But like since like maybe like last week. So I don't know. No, it's not. No, the comments wouldn't do it. It's me. It wouldn't be anything about the comments. It would be me. But it's not me. And then even my video, what video did I do last week? My tribe meeting video I did last week. Oh my gosh, Miss Sharon, what? Oh no, hold on. Let me get back to this. See, y'all done got me talking. Hold on. Let me see if I can find. Oh no. Uh-oh. O Street sent me something. Uh-oh. Okay, hold on. She said Caroline Brooks' niece was unalived. Hold on, let me see. Oh my gosh. Real Housewives of Dubai star Caroline Brooks' niece has been unalived. The TV personality announced the death of her unidentified niece on an ex Twitter post Saturday, June the 1st. My niece was unalive last night. Words can't express how heartbroken I am. Shock is an understatement. Packing up and heading to America. We'll take a pause from socials. Congrats to my cast on season 2. I dedicate my second season to my niece. Oh no. And then she wrote a tribute to her niece and posted a picture of her and her niece. Oh my gosh. I'm so sorry to hear this. And she just went live too. She went live to do a question and answer. Oh wow. I'm so sorry to hear this. My gosh. She wrote, "This isn't real. There's no way I want everyone to leave me alone forever. Rest in peace, little P. Before I moved to Dubai, I spent every moment of my life with my family. My niece is gone and I'm in shock. You were my baby. I can't breathe. I'm coming home." Wow. And then she posted a more recent picture of her. She looks like maybe she's like in her 20s. I'm not going to show the picture. Yeah, I can go to her Instagram page. I'm not going to post it. And then she wrote, "My sweetie pie, my baby, I bathed you, did your hair, made your lunch for school every day. Someone took you away from me. I don't have the words. I will never be okay." Wow, I can't. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry to hear this for her. Wow. I'm so sorry to hear that. Wow. Oh gosh. Okay, well, we're gonna keep positive thoughts and vibes and hope they find the bastard who did this too. And she looks like a beautiful young lady as well. And like I said, the picture that's posted looks like she might be like in her 20s. She looks gorgeous. She looks gorgeous. Maybe late. I doubt late teens. I would say early 20s. I would say early 20s. All right, let's get back to the review. I'm sorry, but let's get back to the review. Thank you for that information. Thank you. All right. Anon and Stansberry meet up, and we find out that Anon is mad at. Oh, I'm sorry. I was talking about Sarah. So Sarah wanted to purge from her past relationships, and she did a whole exercise where she screamed into a pillow. And when she got done screaming, he asked her if she feel like she had cut the cord, and she said yes. So, child, if you like it, I love it, and if it's working for you, who the hell am I to tell you what's wrong? Anon and Stansberry meet up. When we find out that Anon is mad at Sarah, and her and Stansberry are going to try to start fresh and start over. We find out that she's mad at Sarah because Sarah made a comment. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. Y'all might not like my take on this conversation, but I'm going to be honest with you. I never felt like she was saying that Anon was playing victim. I understood what Sarah was saying. What Sarah was saying was what happened to her. And we know that she had the female genital mutilation that she talked about last season. She was saying what happened to her is no excuse for her to treat other people badly. That is what Sarah was saying. And we're going to get more into that later. But I understood how Anon heard it and how Anon responded, because the headline read that Sarah was saying she's using it as an excuse. That is how the headline read. But I understood what Sarah was saying. And like I said, we'll get into that. We'll get into that later. So then they talked about the fact that both of their kids are getting ready to go to college. They're all looking at schools in the States and how they don't really feel comfortable because, I mean, of course, what crime is here in the United States, them being so far away from their kids having that much freedom. but I feel like that's something they can bond on. So that's a good thing. And like I said, they've decided they're gonna move forward in their relationship and try to start over. Is the chat? Are y'all not talking? I mean, is the chat not moving, or y'all just not talking? I think because if y'all are talking, I'm not ignoring y'all. I don't see the chat. I mean, the chat's not moving. Let me see, because sometimes y'all just ain't talking. Hold on. Make me sweat, make me hotter. Okay, yeah, no, the chat's just not moving. So if y'all are talking, the chats are not moving. Hold on, let me see. I'm trying to get support to the other channel, but your chat is lacking over there. Oh, sorry, Yana. It's okay, baby. I understand. Okay, all right. So they don't have crime in Dubai? No, not like here in America. So here's the thing. From my understanding, let me say this. From my understanding, Dubai is set up a lot like Saudi Arabia was set up in the 80s when a lot of Americans were living in Saudi Arabia. A lot of oil companies were in Saudi Arabia making a lot of money. My cousin being one of them. So that's why I'm telling you what I know, because my cousins went over there. My aunt and uncle went over there with their family. There is a space where the Americans live. So like the people who have the money, the Stansberries and all of these people, it's almost like they live in a bubble, right? It's almost like they live in a bubble. There's certain parts where they live. If you go outside of that bubble, then yes, you are dealing with the same things that everybody else deals with. So when Anan says, Ayan, Anan, y'all know who I'm talking about. Gina, don't come in here. You know who I'm talking about. So when they talk about, oh, we don't have to worry about our, because I heard when she said this, I heard this, right? I was hearing what I said when she was like, oh, well, we don't have to worry about our kids, we don't have to worry about our kids when our kids go out and hang out. No. They don't have to, because their kids don't leave out that bubble. And their kids know not to leave outside of that bubble. Once their kids leave outside of that bubble, then yes, they are subject to run into the same shit that you run into here in the States. And when my cousins lived over in Saudi Arabia, it was the same way. They lived in a gated community. They went to schools in certain places. They shopped in certain places. They were inside of the bubble. And as long as they were inside of the bubble, they were fine. But if they went outside of the bubble, now you got problems. Because I remember at one point in time, I was offered, they were looking for teachers to come, American teachers to come to Dubai. And this was like maybe about 9 years ago. And I was recruited. They wanted me to come, but they were actually unaliving teachers over there. If you got caught in the wrong place and they found out you were a teacher, they were actually unaliving teachers because, of course, they didn't want these Western women coming over and teaching their girls, to be independent women. So no. If they stay in the bubble, then yes, they're fine. But yes, crime does exist. Like I said, you can go and find it. It was one teacher set on fire. And I remember seeing that and I was like, oh no, I'm good right here. I'm gonna stay right here. Now I've had friends that have gone over there and they've enjoyed it. A friend of mine, she found her husband. I mean, life is good. But I just remember that. And that's what I was told. I was like, well, as long as you stay in the areas where they tell you to stay, you'll be fine. And I'm like, okay, well, I was like, oh, okay. As long as you stay in the bubble, you're good. But yeah, I didn't mean to snap Gina, but I was like, you know who I'm talking about. Ayan, am I saying Ayan? How I'm saying it? Ayan. How I'm saying her name wrong? Anyway. All right, so that's what had happened with that. So then we see Carolyn and Talene, her friend. We've already sort of talked about her. The big conversation we had here was when they went to go see Beyonce. Talene got drunk and fell on her ass, and Stansbury had something to say about it. Stansbury had something to say about it. Now, you be saying Anon. Well, how am I supposed to say it? How am I supposed to say it? I thought I was saying it right. Ayan? Is that right? Ayan? I thought I was saying it right. My bad. Yeah, if I'm gonna be set on fire, I stay here. I'm good. I don't need to go across the world. And I mean, and the money was decent, but I wasn't gonna be living like these ladies. You know, I'd have been living in a modest apartment, making decent money, but I yawn. I thought I was saying it right. Thank you, Monique. I appreciate you. Anyway, if it sounds like I'm saying it wrong, I'm talking about the model, the Ethiopian. That's what I'm talking about. Okay. So let me say this, you guys. And I saw what Phil said. He don't like Stansbury. He hasn't liked her since Ladies of London. Now, I never watched Ladies of London, so I don't know nothing about it. I mean, I know she was on there, but I don't know how she acted. And I'm sure she did act a certain kind of way. But this is what I'm going to say to y'all. We have to understand. Stansbury is British. They don't play them kind of games. Stansbury is British, y'all. They do not play them kind of games. Getting drunk in public to the point where you literally fall out on the floor and your dress flies up and shows all your business, that's not cute to her. You know what I'm saying? And that is absolutely, especially if that was her first time around this woman and she knew she about to be on the show. You know what I'm saying? So for her to say something to Brooks, I'm promising you, I feel like, well, I ain't gonna say I'm promising you, but I feel like the conversation went along the lines of, now she gonna be on the show with us, and we need to have a certain decorum. So all of this, her getting drunk to the point where she laid out on the floor, showing all her goodies, that's not cute. Like, we all want to have a good time. We all want to laugh and joke. But to the point where she's laid out on the floor, that's not cute. And that's exactly what it sounds like. It sounds like she didn't just trip. It sounds like they were drunk to the point where that girl couldn't walk. And she must have had on a dress. And she must have either not had on no drawers or had on a thong. Because Lisa was, and I feel like Stansbury called Brooks to be like, girl. Now, what Stansbury said later on in the episode is that she talked to Brooks every day. And so if Brooks had a problem with something she said, then she should have checked her in the moment. Like, listen, we were on the phone. If you had a problem with anything, why you ain't say something when I said it? Why did you wait? Why are you talking about me behind my back? Why wouldn't you just tell me, hey, girl, that's my friend. We were just having a good time. It's no big deal. Ain't nobody tripping. And that would have been that. I'm not saying that. I ain't saying that Stansbury would have never said nothing else about it. However, girl, why you ain't check her? But I'm going to say this. Now, the next scene we see is when they go to the beach day, right? When they get to the beach day. Because that was pretty much all they talked about. I mean, I already told y'all that we know her, this, that, and the other. Stansbury talked about her. She's from Virginia. She moved to LA. She's a musician. Yada, yada, yada. Okay. So they get to the beach day. And Carolyn is drunk. And she's so drunk, she's slurring her words. Brooks. I had to call her by her last name. Brooks. She is so drunk, she is slurring her words. And she said that her and Talene had a whole bottle of tequila before they even got there. It's the kind of friend that if you like drunk on the side of the road, she's the friend that you can call and she'll come and get you. So I feel like Talene might have a problem. And Brooks doesn't act like this when she's with them. And maybe that's something else that Stansbury saw. Because if you're so drunk to the point before you even show up that you literally Brooks was slurring her words. She could not form a sentence. They had her go to the bathroom so she could go get herself together. And I don't know if production sent her to the bathroom or if the ladies sent her to the bathroom. But literally, they were like, go to the bathroom. Like, go get yourself together. She could not. She had food on her face because she couldn't get the food in her mouth. Like, it was embarrassing how drunk Brooks was. So if I'm Stansberry, I'm kind of sitting on the side going, well, let me keep an eye on this, because if her and Brooks are as close as they claim to be, to the point where they're hanging out every day, they're talking on the phone every day, and now you see your friend show up with this other friend and she's so drunk. And that's the other thing, Kenya, thank you, because they brought that up last season about how they're not allowed to be out. Like again, these touristy areas, they can drink. Like this, obviously on the show, they're drinking in public. But if you go out into the real Dubai, no, you can't be on the street drinking. And if you get caught drinking and driving, oh my gosh, you might be in jail for a minute. Like you might be like looking at some serious jail time. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, again, that's something that's serious over there. Because I thought about that when she said, if I could call you on when you're on the side of the road drunk and you could call her to come and get you. Like, I remember thinking that, because I remember them talking about that last year, about how serious that is about them drinking. But they can drink in public in the touristy areas, like the areas that we go when we go to Dubai. But again, the real Dubai, no ma'am. Remember last year when Brooks was shopping and there were only certain stores where you could go and buy alcohol? Like you had to go to certain, like, you can't go to the regular grocery store and buy alcohol. She had to go to, like, I forgot the name of the type of store it was, but remember there was a special store that she had to go to even buy alcohol, because you can't just go to the store and get alcohol. Yeah. So I don't know. Like, first of all, I'm side-eyeing Brooks because, again, if you talk to Stansberry every day, you already know how Stansberry is, girl. So call her on her shit and keep it moving. That's number one. Number two, if I'm Stansberry, I'm side-eyeing the situation too, because you are literally showing up drunk to the point where you can't even walk. And we were at Beyonce. Remember, they said it was the who's who of everybody in Dubai at this Beyonce concert. Remember, she said that. Remember, they were already in VIP. They just weren't elevated to the VVIP, but they were in VIP already. And this woman can't even walk right, to the point where she falls out and her skirt jumps up. Like, I'm with Stansberry on this one. Now, I ain't saying I'm always with Stansberry, but I think I'm with Stansberry on this one, because if I'm hanging out with my friend and she bringing a friend and that friend can't hold her liquor and we in our 40s, that's not cute to me. Like, maybe when we were in our 20s and you couldn't hold your liquor, I mean, hell, okay, it is what it is, par for the course. But baby, we either in our 40s or knocking on 40 and you can't hold your liquor. No, ma'am. That's not cute to me. That's not cute to me. MMI? Okay, Kenya. You need a license when they give it to you. It's labeled alcoholic. Oh, damn. So you need a special license to buy. I knew it was something she had to do, because they talked about that last season. So then we get to the Sarah and Ayan argument. They pulled him off to the side. Stansberry said, listen, I want to enjoy my food. I really don't want to hear all this arguing. Can y'all go over there? And again, I was with Stansberry. Can y'all go over there and argue so I can sit here and enjoy my food? Can y'all go over there? So they go over to the side to have this conversation, because Ayan said, I felt hurt that you would say that I was using my trauma. Like, I trusted you. You had me open up and tell my story, and I trusted you. And Sarah was like, girl, that's not what I said. I never said that you were making yourself a victim. What I said was, your trauma does not excuse you to, like, it doesn't make it okay for you to be mean to other people. That is what I said. Now, we all know that Ayan has a language barrier, that when they say stuff to her, she don't always understand it. So I understand that that's how she understood it. So here's the quote. I paused it. So I'm going to read y'all what she said. It said, for her to take that story and victimize herself, ? I mean, we've all been through traumas in our life, but that's not an excuse for us to treat people in a bad way or behave in a certain way. And I feel like all she read was that first season. I mean, Lord, I said season. Was that first part where it says, for her to take that story and victimize herself. I feel like that's all she read. She didn't finish reading it, because if you finished reading it, she specifically said, that's no excuse for her to treat people bad or behave in a certain way. And I agree 100%. So Lisa, when they went off to the side to talk, Lisa gave her an example. I mean, not Lisa, I'm sorry. Sarah gave her an example. Sarah said, well, girl, you went down to the Twitter. You went down to the Twitter and said that my businesses were fake and that I was a fraud. And then when I was posting on Twitter, you were coming at me like, oh, she's trying to be a model now. Oh, she's doing this, she's doing that. She said, and I was hurt because I felt like you were attacking me unprovoked. Like, I did support you. I was there for you. You and your husband thanked me and applauded me for helping you the way I did. And then I felt like you attacked me. So my response to the question being asked to me was, your trauma is not an excuse to behave badly and to treat others badly. And I 100% understand both sides of this story. I understand that all Ayan heard was that first part. I get it. I understand that 100%. But I also understand what Sarah was saying, to say, listen, what she went through was horrible. Absolutely. But it doesn't give her a right to treat other people badly. And I'm one of those people that I felt like she treated badly. And here's how you know, because at first I was like, well, who said what first, right? Like, was Ayan attacking you in response, or were you saying what you said in response to what she said? So here's the problem I have. When Sarah tried to bring that up to Ayan, she didn't want to talk about that. No, don't bring that up. No, that's not, no, don't try to change the subject. She was, I'm not changing the subject. That is why I said what I said. So my thing is, and then she said, well, I thought it was funny. So again, Sarah's point is valid in saying, you thought that attacking me and talking about my businesses and talking about me being a fraud, you thought that was funny. What I thought it was mean. Now, do I think that this is something that both of them need to just like talk it out? I do. But again, I do not think Sarah meant it the way that Ayan took it, but I understand why Ayan took it the way she took it. You see what I'm saying? But let's be clear, nothing was resolved, child. Nothing was resolved. They left the brunch insulting each other. Sarah said that Ayan need to stop borrowing clothes, which I believe. Because I mean, she's a model. Models borrow clothes all the time. I mean, again, her doing it doesn't mean, like, I believe she did it. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and judge her for it, because I think they do it all the time. But it was just funny. So there was really no resolve with that. And then Lisa was a little snippy to Stansberry, even though she said that she wants to, try to move forward with her this season. Then she was a little snippy with her. So and Stansberry was like, see, that's what I'm talking about. Like, I apologize to you. And you were like, well, let's see if you mean it. Like, girl, let's just move forward. Right, Christopher. I can't take her seriously either. She's all over the place and quick to react. Exactly. And I feel the same way. And that is why when I heard Sarah's explanation and they actually showed the quote. When I read the quote for myself, that's when I was like, okay, got it. You know what I'm saying? Like if I hadn't read the quote, it kind of just would have been her word against, and I wasn't gonna go back and look at all that stuff, but it would have been, his word against her word against hers kind of thing. But when I read the quote, I was like, okay, I get what she's talking about. I understand the point she's making now. But anyway, that was the first episode. I thought it was a really good premiere episode. I don't know where we're going with everything. You know how these shows go. They up and they down. They friends and then they enemies. But I thought it was a strong debut episode. But remember, all of this stuff is a year old, you guys. I don't know why they kept Dubai on ice for as long as they did. It almost was like they weren't sure if they were going to bring it back. I don't know. Because they've definitely had time to show it. But it's here now. So we're going to see where it goes. Also, I found out today, and I didn't know this already. Some of y'all probably already know this, is that New Jersey's season isn't that long either. So, normally we get anywhere from 16 to 19 episodes. They said that that New Jersey's season isn't long. So I'm not sure what not long is, but we're already on episode 5. So I'm not sure how many. I'm not sure how long the season actually is, but they said it's not even a full season. So I think New Jersey really is in trouble, you guys. No reunion. They cut this season short. Yeah, it's definitely they in trouble. All right, now somebody just sent me some information on Dolores and Paulie. So let me read what this is, and let me see. I might do a quick drop on it, depending on what this information is. But I will talk to y'all later. Mwah. Peace. It's moving to Tuesday night. Okay.